taking on Shore Points, and Rock Coast in the huge upset, that big lead over Fredericksburg. So let's see what we have on that bracket.
Looks like a lot.
There is a lot, yeah. Here we are.
And Jin is going to fill us in on that.
So let's see. Right now we're in Game 4. Yesterday, first game, we had Granite State versus BRD, and like you said, that was a huge upset. I think everybody was floored. I really do. You can see the scores there, 151, 143. And then we went to Shore Points right after with Mass Attack, and again, a neck-and-neck game the whole time. It was just absolutely insane. 219 to 211. So, I mean, wow.
Yeah, at the half, that was a 1-point game. It was
just
crazy
to
see.
The whole game, it was 1 point. Every
Pretty
time
much.
we looked, it was 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, back and forth.
They kept tying it and reversing back and forth. Oh, it's so much fun.
Yeah. And then we had Rock Coast Rollers, like you said, with Fredericksburg. Quite a big spread there, but I think today we're going to see something a little more different.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see Fredericksburg, come back and say, okay, we've got this.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of an inside track on that.
You do?
Yeah. I think that's what to expect.
I think so. I kind of get that feeling like, all right, we've got this.
The fire is in their eyes.
That's right. That's right. So, yeah, and that's where we are now.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
So this game is actually the last game of the first round. So it should be quite the exciting matchup with the Bay State Brawlers Punishers against the New Hampshire Roller Derby All-Stars. We're going to take a minute and introduce you to the teams. Starting off with the Punishers from Bay State Brawlers, based in Lancaster, well, also Fitchburg, Massachusetts. Number 8, Ace of Aches. 15, Burstin' Bubbles. 16, Kate. 19, Monkey. 34, Ashley Jugs. 44, Annie Morphs. 80, Translucid. 178, Crush Station. 213, Sylvia Wrath. 713, Kangarooin. 814, Tequila. 889, Sharon DeHurt. 923, Smashmallow. And they are coached by Jim Colleran and bench managed by Kelly Shanahan.
And over here for New Hampshire Roller Derby All-Stars, we have number 0, Kamikaze Kink. Number 2, Amanda Goodell. Number 3, Naka Hoedown. That's fantastic. Number 4, Emily Deckerson. Number 10, Irate Pirate. Number 17, another one I love, Angelina Joe Lethal. We have number 22, Jinx. Number 85, Punky. 87, River Song. 91, Bo Loco. Number 203, Vendetta. 626, Janelle Ellison. Number 731, Kim Possible. Yep. 1111, Law and Disorder? How do I pronounce that?
Law and Disorder.
Law and Disorder. Okay, good deal. Number 1837, the Tarlet Dodger, and this is going to be coached by George. Bench manager will be Molly Offender.
Yes, and we are one jam in. 29 minutes, 30 seconds remain in the first half. Scoreless at the hands of Janelle Ellison, who was jamming for New Hampshire, up against Ashley Jugs of the Punishers. Upcoming jam, we've got Ace of Aches rocking the green star for the Punishers up against number 3. That's Naka Hoedown for New Hampshire. And for those just tuning in, Bay State is in black and green, and New Hampshire is in white with pink.
And we're going to have Aces of Aches as your lead jammer for this one.
Yes, and the great thing about Ace is that she's very wiry. She's tall, kind of lanky. She does the Gumby thing sometimes. It's pretty neat to watch. But she is passed by number 3, Naka Hoedown, but manages that quick call to prevent any points. Still remaining scoreless at 28 minutes, 30 seconds. And, that's okay. They're going to shake that off like the house speaker playing Taylor Swift right now. We've got 85 jamming. That is Punky for NHRD up against 19. Oh, that is Monkey. This should be a treat. She's a former teammate of mine, and she just slides right by on that inside line, takes the lead. And Punky not far behind, but Monkey's got her beat by probably about a quarter lap. The pack's getting a little speedy. Burstin' Bubbles dueling against Bo Loco mid-pack.
You see, when you got two jammers that are clearly this fast, this is the only thing that the pack can do is race them.
And, Monkey does her job, put some points up on the board. We have 8 in favor of Bay State to New Hampshire's 1. We have 27 minutes, 18 seconds remaining. Seeing 626, that's Janelle Ellison lining up against, it looks like Kate, number 16 for Bay State. Keeping that nice clean penalty box. So that's good for both teams.
And oh my God, hop, skip, and a jump over turn 1. Janelle Ellison's second lead jam of the morning.
And we have a multiplayer block call.
And this kind of an apex jump, like an apex leap hop. That's going to be 4 points on the board there.
Indeed, and that is Emily Deckerson off to the penalty box, that multiplayer block call for New Hampshire. So we'll be starting off with a 4-3 lineup in favor of the Punishers. And we would like to take a moment and thank the Rock Coast Rollers for hosting Coastal Chaos 2016. They're just doing a wonderful job putting on this tournament. Not to mention, this is the second year that they have hosted Coastal Chaos, and it is a WFTDA recognized tournament. And we'll tell you more about what that means later, but back to the track. What's going on, KVD?
It looks like we have Naka Hoedown going up. Oh, getting knocked down there in turn 1 and cycled all the way back. I cannot see the jammer for...
That's Ashley Jugs.
Okay, there we go. Ashley Jugs, first lead jam of the morning for her.
Yes, and in this case, it's a power jam. And I wonder how that floor is. I'm sure that both Lucy and Naka Hoedown can report that. But
yeah, talking to a lot of the players yesterday, all I heard was that this is the most unforgiving floor they've ever played on.
Oh, yeah, that concrete is great. But you know what? That just it's a testament to how tough they are.
That's true. It's like 5 in the sky there for the Punishers.
And we have a solid yet very quick-moving 3-wall. That was Sylvia Rath, Sharon DeHurt, and Burstin Bubbles. Just really fierce. That's not a fun wall to fight for any skater, let alone a jammer.
So the Aces of Aches back up on the jam line for the Punishers.
Yes, and you see interesting strategy. NHRD taking the pivot line. They have the advantage in the pack right now. 4 blockers on to the Punishers 3. But the Punishers doing their best to contain and sweep that line. Let's see how it pays off.
Well, the advantage they also had here was the power start, but it is over. As you see there, she takes advantage of it. Punishers, this is going to be lead jammer. Second time for Aces so far.
Naka Hoedown battling her way through the pack, managing to evade Translucent and Sharon DeHurt up front. A little bit of speed picking up. You can hear lots of loud communication in the pack, which is great because that shows that these teams are talking to each other and responding quite quickly.
That's how you know a team is the one to worry about, when they've got that level of communication from the jump.
Indeed.
They know how to work together. It's going to be Monkey up against Angelina Joe Lethal.
Her first time with the star in this game.
Monkey's already had 1 lead jam here. See if she can back it up. No, it's going to be Angelina Joe Lethal. First lead jam for her today. First time up.
Not to worry, Monkey is hot on her heels. And coming up to that pack, very wise choice on Angelina Joe Lethal's part, making that quick call. Let's see if any points go up on the board.
Looks like 1 for New Hampshire, 1-0.
Yeah. A 1-0 jam for NHRD. And our scoreboard update, 23 points, Bay State Punishers, 6 points, NHRD, 23 minutes, 4 seconds remain in the half.
This is going to be Janelle Ellison up again against Crustacean.
This is Crush's first time up as jammer in this game.
Wow. Okay, we've already got a contender for MVPs. Janelle Ellison takes her 3rd lead jam.
I thought it was a little dark in here.
I know.
Now, for all of you at home, I hope that sheds some light on the game. Yes, my bad puns, but that's okay.
It's one of the reasons I love you.
Thank you, KBD. I don't know. I'll take tolerance. All right, we've got pack getting ready out there. Looks like we have a pack advantage for the Punishers, a 4-2 pack. And we have NHRD's blockers lining up right up front. Wise choice.
It's going to be Naka Hoedown and Ashley Jugs for NHRD and Bay State, respectively.
Mm-hmm. Jugs is one of the vet jammers for the Punishers. She's been with, I believe, with the Bay State Brawlers back before they came to be. I think she was a part of Central Mass Roller Derby and then moved on.
Ashley Jugs getting, by the way, her 2nd lead jam of the night. But that 2-wall held her into turn 2.
Yeah, New Hampshire was doing things right.
And forces her to call it off fairly prematurely for the run she was having. That you can't underestimate what a 2-wall can do.
Oh, absolutely not, especially Amanda Goodell being involved in that wall. She had a nice sweep right to the infield on Jugs, forcing that called jam. Looks like we have Law and Disorder 11-11 for NHRD jamming against Ace. I think this is the first time we've seen Law and Disorder on the jammer line this game. Still the pack advantage to Bay State, 4-3.
That 3-wall is containing Ace. Though she's kind of pushing her way through, hops over a skater, takes lead jammer. This will be her 3rd time this morning.
And Law and Disorder cycled to the rear of the pack by Smashmallow, Sharon DeHurt, Translucid, and I believe that's Sylvia Rath out there. Just a testament to the defense. And this is something that they've really worked on the last 2 years, and just phenomenal from Bay State.
We had a couple players trade out there for NHRD in the penalty box. I did not see what the calls were because there was so much action going on. It was hard to follow.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like Ace was almost going to call that jam, but opted out of it. Makes a hop on that apex.
That's 5 points there. Increasing this lead, but we've seen leads like this fall apart in the first 2 games.
And absolutely. It is anyone's game, especially where the score is in close proximity. I believe we're going to have a power start in favor of Bay State. I saw that NHRD jammer off to the penalty box. That was Law and Disorder. Didn't catch that call. We'll get clarification for you.
This is going to be, looks like Monkey will be your jammer here in this power start for the Bay State Brawlers Punishers. New Hampshire trying to see if they can channel their inner daredevil and overcome the Punishers. We'll see if that plays out. And she's going to get by, and Monkey's going to take lead jammer. This will be her 2nd lead jam of the morning.
And I was able to confirm, thanks to Peaches and Toxic Narcotic, a few of our officials to the side here, that it was a cutting the track penalty that was assessed to Law and Disorder. She is now standing in the penalty box and set free. So power jam no more.
Still not eligible to score because of the power start. So Monkey's got a little bit of a time here.
Yeah, she did a little Superman there. Popped herself back up on the infield.
I like it.
I like her style.
Now finally eligible to score here is Law and Disorder.
Sylvia Rath off to the penalty box for Bay State. So they'll start with the pack disadvantage, 4-2.
It's going to be Kate up to the jam line up against Janelle Ellison. By the way, I mentioned MVP, or a sure shot for MVP right here, early candidate. Everybody listening should be going over to the Nerd Derby page on Facebook and looking at the links to vote for your favorite skater, zebra, and NSO.
Yes. So it has to be someone here at the tournament, but you can enter your choices on the SurveyMonkey link on New England Derby Report's Facebook page.
And that is Janelle Ellison's 4th lead jam of the day.
Well, she was ready if needed to pull out some jammer on jammer aggression to Kate.
That said, looks like she's going to let her get to the back of the pack. And, oh, no, she's going to still push through. She had that look of waiting for the moment to strike.
Right, very, very tentative.
Janelle's not one to shy away from any sort of a challenge at all. Not at all. She's up for it.
Oh, clearly. And HRD is, off to a good start today. So it should be interesting to see how it plays out. I feel that both teams are very closely matched.
Yeah, I do. I agree.
We've got Ashley Jugs going up against Naka Hoedown.
Yeah, and just to confirm, last year, Bay State was here at Coastal Chaos, and I'll tell you what their seed was at that time and how they finished. NHRD is new to Coastal Chaos this year.
Oh, that was so close. Smash Mellow just dancing alongside her, trying to keep Naka Hoedown in a track cut situation.
Well, there was a cutting the track penalty assessed to the Black Jammer. That's Ashley Jugs. So this is a great opportunity for Naka Hoedown and NHRD to capitalize on those missed points.
Naka Hoedown living up to her name on that hit. She's not only lead jammer here for her first time in this power jam, but putting up points left and right. Oh, my. I felt that hit all the way over here.
Yes, some of them you do.
And she gets knocked out and calls it off.
It's a big sweep from Smashmallow and Sharon DeHurt right at jam's end. And
she did get 2 more on that one, so that's going to be an 8-point run for her.
Excellent.
49-28. We're a 21-point game with 15:47 left in the first half. It's going to be Punky taking up the line. This power start's not going to be long, though, as we see the opposing jammer are still standing up in the box.
And Bay State's defense going to do their part to run that clock and detain Punky.
Power start is over. Both jammers are through the pack, but Punky gets through, gets lead jammer first time today.
Yeah, Jugs is right on her tail, though, so we'll see what happens here.
Jugs is not somebody that you want right on your tail.
Oh. No. Punky almost sliding into a home base there, taking Translucid with her, and I do believe possibly Sylvia Rath. There was another, that was Smashmallow with Bay State.
And she is...
Ow.
I missed it on instant replay. I tried. But
that's okay. We appreciate it, though.
I had the far away camera, and
we're grateful for the instant replay, though.
I love instant replay.
That's what I thought. There was, we're going to have an official timeout here over that. There was a penalty assessed against her for that hit. It does look like it was a low block. A little bit of confusion because it was right at the end, but they have removed their jammer to the penalty box.
All right.
For New Hampshire, so.
Good to know, and we'll wait for Peaches to confirm because it looks like there's some discussion taking place.
Looks like there's some discussion on the points, too, because now it's a 20-point game at the moment.
And just to confirm, with that 20-point game, that's 49 points for Bay State Brawlers, 29 points for New Hampshire Roller Derby, and we have 14 minutes, 34 seconds remaining in the first half. So KVD, we're talking about how last year at Coastal Chaos, Bay State Brawlers, they actually finished 4th. And this is NHRD's debut at Coastal Chaos. So it's a kind of a big deal, seeing them come in the door and, being able to put up this big a fight.
Well, we've already seen other newer teams come in here and change some things and shake the brackets up.
Oh, yes.
I think that's a theme this weekend.
Yeah, apparently.
As I like to say, Bangor.
And that is going to be Ace Hurd. Lead jammer again, 4th time. We have an MVP candidate over on this side, too.
Oh, and a fierce 3 while up front, having to be mindful, but it looks like Bay State is holding that pack in the back.
She's going to get a track cut called on her. As you see, Admiral Mayhem calling that one. They did recycle her back, but she did not come in behind the final blocker.
And Punky is back on the track. So let's see what NHRD does with this power jam opportunity. Oh, it was Punky.
Multiplayer block called on the really tall person. She is insanely tall. That is fantastic.
Well, she is 1837.
That's Tartlet Dodger.
Tartlet Dodger, yeah.
It's odd. Usually with taller players, you see them pulling forearms and back blocks more just because of their height versus everybody else. And we do have a power jam here in favor of Bay State.
Oh.
Ace going to call that one off.
Yes, and just to confirm, fun fact about the Tartlet Dodger, her nickname's Tart.
Ah, nice.
Yes, OM Jin was just letting me know because I double-checked. Sometimes we just have to check over our rosters for a little spelling in that. I want to make sure we do the names justice.
I thought I saw Tart only on her jersey.
Yeah.
Tartlet, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing, too. Some of the skaters have kept their skater name on their jersey, but some are now going by their what I like to call the government name. So, well, it can be a little tricky, but that's all right. We're all over it. And for those at home, we have 12 minutes, 43 seconds remaining. Scoreboard says 66 points for Bay State, 29 for New Hampshire. And we were talking about how this is a WFTDA recognized tournament, Coastal Chaos 2016. Just a little bit about this. While allowing for various tournament structures, the recognized tournament program establishes a consistent standard for tournament officiating and games management. And these games actually count toward the potential for tournament seeding for playoffs. And the playoff seeding date will be July 15th. So make sure you stay tuned. And you can visit WFTDA.com/tournaments for more details.
I just want to mention that last run from Ace. That was a 17-point run.
That was huge. Has that been our highest scoring jam so far in this game?
In this game,
I think it is, yeah.
It's in the running for the weekend because it's most of the jams have been small.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get in, get out, get the points. And it looks like, Monkey is going to be the lead jammer here, third time today.
And what I love about this is that Monkey is jamming against Punky, and Monkey's full skater name is technically Funky Punky Monkey. So there you have it. It's a little fun.
There's a lot of punky going on out
yes.
here.
5 points up.
Increasing that lead, which they're going to need. With everything that we've seen this weekend, you need as big of a lead as you can.
Oh, absolutely, because you know that can go away in the blink of an eye.
Just one or two power jams can do it.
Okay, it appears a clockwise block was assessed to New Hampshire's Jinx. So she's taking a quick little break in the penalty box. Jam is called.
There was a star pass there to the pivot Bo Loco, but not able to get around before that one was called off.
And coming up next, what do we have going on that schedule? I think it's the Expo game?
It is the exhibition game. Casco Bay, they've created two teams within their league. They're going to go up against each other. Yep.
Yeah, we have two home teams for MRDA, so that's a lot of fun.
This is going to be Janelle Ellison going up against Jugs. Talk about a good matchup of jammers here. And Janelle Ellison gets through fifth, lead jam of the morning.
Meanwhile, Ashley Jugs driven to the back of the pack. Amanda Goodell really extending as far back as possible for that zone of engagement. But Jugs finally makes her way through. A very smart call off after Ellison muscles her way through the pack.
She does get 4 points during that pass, though. It's going to bring New Hampshire back in a little bit, as Naka Hoedown is going to be coming up against Crustacean.
We have a nice 4-on-4 lineup with an empty penalty box, so not a bad way to start off. We have a 3-wall up front. Sylvia Rapp, Kangarooin, and Smashmallow really doing a number to hold back Naka Hoedown, but it is Naka Hoedown taking lead, breaking free first. Crush gets by on the inside line for Bay State, about a quarter lap behind Naka Hoedown.
Naka Hoedown is her Native American name.
Oh. Thank you for officially confirming.
It's definitely part of my unofficial stats that are only perpetuated by myself, so do not believe most of them.
Well, that's just like NJ yesterday when he and I were on the call together. He's like, my unofficially unofficial stats.
Yep.
But you know what? Actually, both of you do a pretty great job keeping on top of that, so it's incredibly helpful to me. So
And calling the game at the
thank
same
you.
time.
Yes.
That's hard to do.
Skills.
Yeah.
I mostly make him do that, so it's I'm a little out of my element right now. But
That's all right. We're having a good time.
oh
And
yeah,
It
I always
is.
have a good time with you too.
Aw, thank you, KVD. Likewise. So, I know, all the announcer love. And speaking of love, Janelle Ellison is loving lead right now.
Sixth time.
Yeah, Ace of Aches in the pack still, being held back right at the front. She just manages to evade Emily Deckerson. It appears a back block call on Ellison. That leaves Ace and Bay State with a power jam.
This one will go the distance. It will go for speed.
In her time of need,
Yes.
racing and pacing.
The song will not leave my head now.
That's okay. There's nothing like a little cake to get you through the day. And there are so many great cake songs, so I applaud it. Good
so
choice. And Bay State keeping the pack in the rear. They swept out number 4 there. That is Emily Deckerson. But she is able to rejoin her wall up front. We have Janelle Ellison standing, and she's returning to the track. Meanwhile, Sharon DeHurt, along with Burstin' Bubbles, bracing for her return, managing to cycle up front, but not enough to hold back Ellison.
We have a no pass, no penalty on one of those skaters that she passed, so she only gets 3 for that pass. As New Hampshire's going to lose the pivot. It's Bo Loco going to the penalty box here. And somehow staying on her feet there. I don't even know how that was a thing.
That is Burstin' Bubbles. We had a star pass from Ace to Bubs, and Bubbles manages to use her fancy footwork, which will be in store for quite a bit more, I believe. Oh, she is knocked back by Emily Deckerson, but she's right back at it.
That jam was a 19-5 run. Wow.
Huge jam for Bay State. 94 points to 41 for NHRD. We have just shy of 7 minutes remaining in the first half. This is amazing because both teams putting quite the fight up. New Hampshire making gains. Sometimes it is a slow build, but I cannot wait to see how this pans out.
Looks like Monkey for Bay State will be going up once again against Naka Hoedown for New Hampshire. And Monkey gets through, lead jammer now for the 4th time so far. Naka Hoedown coming from out of nowhere. Look at her speed.
You know, just some of the skating styles we're observing this weekend. Sorry, the word left me. It's symbolic of this quality of derby we're witnessing at Coastal Chaos 2016. You know, you see all different backgrounds, people who have never skated before, speed skaters, figure skaters, or someone who's played hockey before. There's just such an interesting mix, and you know, just the way that some people stride as they skate. It's incredibly graceful, and their speed is amazing.
Yes.
We couldn't stop talking about that with Mego from Shore Points yesterday.
By the way, this is going to be Kate going up against our lead jammer for this one, number 17, Angelina Jolethal, her 2nd time.
And that full 4 wall from NHRD doing a great job to hold Kate over to the outside of the track. However, she manages to juke around, gets right by on that inside. She is quick and sneaky.
And that one is going to get called right before she could get back to the pack. So we'll get 2 points up on that run for New Hampshire, closing the gap a little bit here. It's going to be number 85, Punky, going up against Ashley Jugs for New Hampshire and Bay State, respectively.
We have a 4-3 blocker lineup in favor of New Hampshire. It appears that we have Crustacean, the pivot for Bay State, taking a little break in the penalty box.
And, oh, no, she was not able to stay in. Yep, no, she was knocked out. Now she's going to get recycled back here as our lead jammer, Ashley Jugs, for the 3rd time today.
There's a big hit from Sylvia Rath paired with Annie Morphs, actually forcing a track cut on Punky. So they have done their job, leaving their jammer, Ashley Jugs, with the power jam. And quite the 3-wall up front from NHRD, but not enough to hold Jugs. They really have to extend out to the last line of defense.
Good move on the pack from the Punishers, though, stopping the pack progression and forcing them to slowly lower the amount of people that could block her.
They've done an excellent job of creating chaos in the pack, not to mention this ever-moving 4-wall that we witnessed right in front of us. Perfect placement right at our turn.
Yeah, I'm just watching what was going on with them holding Jinx back, and all I could think was, wait, did we have a star pass somehow?
No.
Well, why is the pivot trying to break through?
They were holding the pack.
Yeah,
it's great.
Refusing to allow them to reform.
Well, you do what you can to control it.
Oh,
and,
we have a
Isn't
double
there a
power
name for
jam
that?
here.
Goading or something like that?
Well, you could, yeah. They're the goat, or I mean, it all depends. Some people, I think it's a little bit of an old term, but yeah, that is known as goading.
Punky going in for her 2nd penalty. I did not see what it was, but this is a double power jam here for Ashley Jugs. Somebody very dangerous to give that kind of advantage to. We have an out-of-play block called on 203 and 2-2?
It appears that one was a clockwise block.
Okay.
But both blockers went to the box at the same time. It's tough to see who had which call.
Right, yeah. I only heard physically the one.
And just a quick update, because it appears we have an official review, which we'll have more details on shortly. Bay State now is at 115 points after a huge 19-point jam to New Hampshire Roller Derby's 45. 3 minutes, 4 seconds remain in the first half.
So can we talk about the fan favorite a little bit more?
Yes. What about
Let's
that,
do
KVD?
that.
Do you Peter, Fantastic Flamingo, as well as Raging Zebra. And, of course, if you want to show us a little love, too, we won't say no. And we will be back in just about 14 minutes. I'm Banshee. This is
The voice of Virginia, KVD.
Oh, yeah.